Okay, well, hello everybody. We are really excited that you're here on our Real Stories of Health call. My name is Jessica Johns, and I am a certified health coach with Take Shape for Life. And I am really excited to share a little bit with you about this great program that we have and bring on some incredible people who I am honored to partner with to share their stories of health and tell you a little bit more about this great program that we have. So I came into Take Shape for Life almost 5 years ago. I came in for my health. I didn't necessarily have a lot of weight to lose, but I was really craving a healthy community and craving a program that would help me with the steps to create a healthier body from the inside out. I'm a mom and a wife. I've got 2 little boys and an awesome husband, and we're really active and like to do lots of fun things. Fun little tip about me is I just started Taekwondo with my boys this summer, so we're having a lot of fun doing that. So Take Shape has really given me the opportunity to get to create the life that I want, be around the people I want to be around, and given me a great career to help other people do the same in their life. So first off tonight, if anybody wants to pop off and mute and let me know where they're at. It's fun to kind of see, where people are from across the country. I'm in Portland, Oregon area. So I know we've got some other people around. So if anybody wants to pop off mute and say hi, go ahead. Don't be shy. I see some of my Montana girls on there. Does anybody want to pop on and say hi? I see some Kalispell girls. I see some Bozeman people. I see some Big Fork people.
Hi, I'm from Kalispell. I'm Amanda.
Awesome. Good deal.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm from Big Fork.
Awesome. Cool.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm from Kalispell.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks, ladies. Okay, well, first up, I am very excited to bring on Lacey Bertram, who is one of my dear friends and an awesome business partner. And Lacey, I would love for you to share your story about health and your transformation with your family, and kind of tell us where you were, and where you are now with your story. So come on in.
Hi, thanks, Jessica. So I'm excited to share tonight. I have had a great 4 years with Take Shape for Life, and it's back when I started, it was this time of year. I was living a very stressful life, as many of you can relate to, and my husband and I were just in a place where we did not have great habits of health. We had just added a child to our family, and he was older, and so we had a lot of stress, and we weren't managing it very well at all, and we really didn't have the tools to become healthy because we had never learned them, and what we had learned we hadn't made habits out of. So I met Jessica Johns, and I was able to start program, and I started in January of that year, and with that I lost the weight because really successfully. I lost about 50 pounds in 4 months, but during that time what I found is that I was working outside the home, and I was working at a school, and a lot of people were watching, and I became somebody that they were looking at, and I was inspiring people, and that was kind of something that I was proud of, but also kind of intimidating. And so during that time, I used my health coach, Jessica, and just talked a lot about, how can I, why are these people noticing, and what are they noticing? And I was seeing that they saw hope in me and hope in what I had. And they knew my life, they knew my story, they knew how crazy it was at the time, but they also saw me thriving. And so I started just telling everybody what it was that I was doing, and I was really excited about it. And at that time, I was about halfway through my weight loss journey, and I decided to start paying it forward. And I really just started helping with my friends and family, because those were the people that were talking to me anyway. And it was really fun to be part of their transformation. And during that time, I started with them, and then obviously the same thing happened. And during their transformation, I was able to help their friends and family as well. And it was really exciting. And I was able to finish out that school year as a mental health worker at the school, and then stay home with my family the next year. My kids are in school. But what it's really done is enabled me, like today I had a sick child and I was able to stay home and not feel like I was letting anyone down. I get to work from home with a full-time health coaching job, but it's really a part-time hours. I work about 10 to 15 hours a week. And so it's really freed me up to do what matters most, which is be at my kids' activities, have some of the stuff done that needs done around the home. As a mom, there's so much more that we do besides, work outside the home or, and I've been able to kind of do that and free up my evenings so that when my husband and my kids come home, not only do I get to help people during the day and sometimes in the evening and support my friends and family on their weight loss journeys, but I also get to help coaches do the same thing with their friends, and then have time at home with my kids at night because the dishes are already done and the dinner's already cooked. So it's been great for my family, and they really kind of notice that other people don't get that benefit, and it's been really nice for them. The other thing it's done for me is connecting with my friends. You'll see a lot of people coming and sharing on this call, and there are people that either I've reconnected with since going on this health journey or people that I've met. So that's been really fun for me because I love visiting with people and getting to know people. And so this is a way that I can still be that person, but be there for my family. And it helps me with my journey as well. So thanks, Jessica, for having me on the call. I'm really excited about what we have and what's going to happen in this new year for people.
Awesome, Lacey. That's so great. I love your story so much because I had the honor of seeing you, back then when you were in that crazy place and helping, guide you through that. You did amazing on your health journey, and now watching that ripple effect that you've created just by starting with getting yourself healthy, kind of that path that you didn't even know was going to, unveil itself. So I love that. So next up, I would love to bring on Amanda Davey. Amanda is one more step in that story, in my story and in Lacey's story. And Amanda has, obviously, as you can see from these pictures, an incredible story and is just an awesome person. So Amanda, if you want to come on and tell us a little bit about your story, that'd be great.
Okay. My name is Amanda, and I am also in Kalispell. Let's see. I was introduced through Lacey to Take Shape for Life about 4 years ago. I had, prior to that, had a daughter, and I had lost 100 pounds. And so I had put that weight back on and plus some. And then I got pregnant with my son. And when she introduced me to the program, my son was about 4 months old, and I was super depressed. Like I said, I had put on all my weight plus some. I was way heavier than I said I would ever be. And so I decided to start program. I was nursing, so I was a little nervous about that. And I just jumped in full board, and Lacey really walked me through everything. And about 8.5 months, right before my son's first birthday, I hit my goal of 95 pounds, which was kind of great for me. With my daughter, I always hid behind the old, well, I just had a kid, even though she was like 4. So it was great in this aspect to be able to be like, yeah, I just had a kid and I lost all my weight and I was smaller than I was in high school. The way it's changed my life has been in so many ways. The obvious was the weight loss. But anybody that knows me, I am a diehard basketball player, fan, coach of all of my kids' sports, and Ava plays in tons of sports. And I was always out there coaching her, and I was more consumed with and afraid of what people thought about me and why I was out there trying to teach their kids to be active and be healthy when I couldn't even do that for myself. And, I did these things, but I didn't really have the energy to participate. I was out there in body, but not in mind. And so I really feel like my daughter got gypped when she was younger, and now my son is almost 4, and he's getting ready to start sports, and I coach all of their sports. I'm involved. I run up and down the court with the kids. I race them. And then now I've been able to incorporate, I've done quite a few 5Ks and a 10K, and I've gotten my daughter involved in those as well. And I've now, in January, I will actually be maintaining my 95-pound weight loss for 3 years. So it's really just been a blessing in my life. And like Lacey said, I've known some of these girls, but I've become so much closer and deeper friendships with all of them. So that's my story, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amanda. I mean, your story just blows me out of the water. I love it because how many of you listening to this call have some physical limitations that are holding you back from doing that stuff? Maybe your physical body is holding you back from even thinking about coaching your kids' sports, or, going and doing something active with your grandkids. And this program gives you the ability to change that course and give you the opportunity to be where you want to be, so you can break down those barriers and really go for it. So thank you, Amanda, for sharing. I really appreciate it. So what I really want you to think about is, what about you? What about this call brought you here tonight? What did you hear from, one of these awesome ladies who's, talking tonight? Maybe they called you on the phone or you got a text message. What was it that inspired you to be on? What's pulling at you? What are those barriers in your life that are keeping you from really being who you want to be or doing what you want to do? So think about that as you're hearing these stories and as we're going along the call, because that's what it is. That deep inside emotion that you're feeling, we call that the why. Sometimes you might know, I know how to get healthy. I know what I'm supposed to do. You might see, you probably know some of these great people are on the call. You've seen, okay, they did that Take Shape for Life program. Okay, that's what. You might not know how. We're going to go over a little bit about that tonight. But the really important core to this is why. Why do you want to get healthy? And what does that look like for you? Because it's going to look different for everybody. Not everybody wants to coach their kids' sports. Some people, that's what drives them. So you have to find out what's pulling you and what's driving you. And that really is the key to making the changes in your life. So the cool part about Take Shape for Life is we have a health program that includes weight loss. Excuse me. We're not a diet. We're not just one of those things that, you get on it, you lose some weight and you're done. The great part about Take Shape is we really are a multifaceted program. We want to help you develop where you want to go, work on your goals, find your why, help you get into a healthy body. A great side effect of creating those healthy habits is oftentimes losing weight, losing inches, getting your body into that healthier spot. And that's not the end. We work with you to help you transition into a healthy lifestyle, we call it optimal health, a maintenance lifestyle, something you get to do forever that's not sitting in the corner eating your, bowl of salad. We want you out there living your life, doing amazing things and having that just be your new lifestyle and not something that you always have to yo-yo back and forth to. So we have a couple different awesome plans. Kind of our two main programs that we work with people are the 5-in-1 plan, which is our healthy weight plan. And then we have another plan called the 3-in-3 plan, which is really our kind of optimal health. Maybe you're already in a healthy body, but you just need some great tools to help you eat better and keep those healthy habits throughout your day. So we've got some great plans. You've heard a couple of ladies talk about our Nursing Mothers plan. We have a plan for diabetics, a plan for seniors, a plan for teens. So lots of different avenues of support that we can use for lots of different people. One of the great things about our plans is you eat every 2 to 3 hours, which is exactly how your body wants to be fueled. Our plans are clinically proven. They're evidence-based, which is huge for me. I have a background as a nurse. And so when I heard about that our plans have been researched and they have that great medical backing was very powerful for me. People on the 5-in-1 plan lose 2 to 5 pounds per week the first 2 weeks, and then an average of 1 to 2 pounds per week after that. So we have that sustainable program that helps people have very good, healthy results. So that, that's that backing, that's that research that's behind it. So we call it predictable transformation. If you do the plan, you have that real predictable transformation. Okay, and lots and lots of water, which is good for your body. Oftentimes, I remember before I came in to Take Shape for Life, the water I drank during the day was the water I used to brush my teeth in the morning. So if I can change and get in my water pretty much anybody can. Okay, so Take Shape for Life, we're really, as I said, a multifaceted program. 3 of our main components are our great health programs, the 5-in-1 plan, the 3-in-3 plan. We have a great easy how. We also have Dr. A's Habits of Health. We have an education piece that really helps bring you from where you are right now to where you want to be through looking at your triggers, seeing what maybe unhealthy habits you have and how you can start to shift those to healthy ones. So the education piece is really, really key to helping you develop that lifelong, lifestyle that you can sustain. And then, of course, you have your health coach, which is what I am, which is what these great ladies on the call who are sharing tonight. We're health coaches. We do this for a living. We love it. And we really have a passion behind what we do and how we can help people move them forward in their lives. And real people trust real people. That's the great thing. That's why we call it this the Real Stories Call, because these are real stories. These aren't actresses. These are not, fudged data or made up stories. We are real people. I shared with Lacey. You can see, that transition. Lacey shared with Amanda. Amanda shared with Hannah, who's going to talk in a couple minutes. Lacey shared with her sister-in-law, Brianna. And Brianna shared with Michelle, who we're going to hear from pretty soon here too. So real people are sharing their stories, and people trust real people. We're very authentic, almost to a fault, I would call for myself, but we are real people, and we're helping people find their real authentic self. So oftentimes what happens when you do start the program and you're getting healthy, like Lacey said, people around her started to notice. They wanted what she had because they saw the light come back. They saw that sparkle again. They saw her renewed sense of hope, and they wanted to be part of that. So you have 2 awesome options. You can either refer your friends and family back to your health coach, because we love helping people and we are there ready with open arms to help them. Or you can be part of what we call the Pay It Forward program. And the Pay It Forward program is linking arms with your health coach, becoming a health coach yourself, and helping those people in your life who are asking you questions and inspired by your journey. So a lot of people do choose to, jump in with us and be part of that. So why would that be something that might be a good thing for you to do? We find that becoming a health coach, joining into our healthy community, really reinforces your decision to stay healthy. When you link arms with your health coach in that kind of next level to become a health coach yourself, it inspires you to keep going because people around you are watching and you want to continue to be that shining light for others. You get to be part of the healthy community. You get to be part of a group of people who are working towards the same mission and working on it together, it's pretty inspiring. You get to be part of impacting somebody's life. I am so incredibly blessed to have impacted Lacey's life, who then has gone on and impacted all these other lives. It's really a ripple effect, and it's pretty amazing to look back and see how that's all been created by one person making a decision. When you choose to pay it forward and become a health coach, you can choose either part-time or full-time income. All of that is usually very much a part-time hours base. And that is something that you kind of get to decide what you want to do with it, which is something that I love with Take Shape. And then the ripple effect, that's what's happened here. One person shares with somebody who then gets healthy, and the people around them start to notice and want to get healthy as well. So next, I'm going to bring on Hannah. Hannah has an awesome weight loss story, and Hannah is just one of those great people who is part of that ripple effect of health that, that's been created. So Hannah, if you want to, excuse me, jump off mute and share your story, that would be great.
Hi, everyone. My name's Hannah, and I'm from Kalispell. Amanda Davey is my health coach. And after I had my first son in 2012, Amanda first talked to me about becoming part of Take Shape for Life. At that time, I wasn't ready. I was hesitant, unsure, just didn't feel like it was quite ready for me, or that I was quite ready to start my health journey. Then I had my second son in 2014. And again, Amanda talked to me about program, and, I started feeling that urge to get healthy, not only for myself and combat, health risks that I have in my family of diabetes and heart problems and, other complications that I just didn't want for myself or for my kids. So I thought it was time. So I got started on Take Shape for Life about 3 months ago. In the last 3 months, I've lost over 50 pounds. I feel amazing. My life has changed significantly. When I started program, I was very unhappy. I was sad. I was depressed. I didn't feel good about myself. And in turn, I was not being the best daughter, mom, person that I could be. So after starting program and now where I'm at now in the middle of my journey, my relationships with my family and friends have improved. My life as a mom has improved. I'm much more active with my kids instead of, having my kids come to me and say, Mom, let's color. My kids are saying, Mom, let's go for a bike ride. Let's go for a walk. Let's go do something. And I'm on board. I'm ready to go. I just want to do whatever they want to do. And I'm able to do what they want to do because I have reduced the weight loss that I'm carrying around, or the weight that I'm carrying around, and I'm just overall healthier. Through this whole journey, I have maintained my ability to nurse my son, which is very important to me. I enjoy that time with him, and always felt, I can't do a weight loss program, or I can't, be aware of what I'm eating because I'm nursing. I can eat whatever I want because I'm nursing, and that's not the truth. I am proof that you can lose weight and be healthy while nursing and continue to nurse. So that's very important to me. So I guess where I'm at right now is that I'm excited to continue my journey, continue to lose the weight that I plan on, become even more healthier and more of a influence to my kids. I'm excited to share my journey with my friends and my family and other people and help anybody any way I can. And I just look forward to the future. And I'm so thankful for Amanda and Lacey and everybody with the Take Shape for Life team.
Awesome, Hannah. That's so great. Thank you for sharing. I love that. And I love your pumpkin picture. That was a fun thing that we did, showing your pumpkin and your weight loss in a pumpkin. So that's awesome. I love that you've made that shift and that you do feel like a healthier mom, because, that's an important thing, to kind of feel like yourself again and feel, be in that happy, healthy spot where you can, be a joy to be around by your friends and family. When you're feeling good, it shows, and people are always happy when they know you're feeling good. So that's awesome. So thank you. So next, I am honored to bring on Michelle Helwig. Michelle is an incredible lady who I am just inspired by continually. And again, I never would have met Michelle if it wouldn't have been for Take Shape for Life. And now, she's a dear friend. So Michelle, I'd love you to come off mute and share your incredible story.
Okay, well, thanks for having me. I'm really excited to get to share today. And I love to talk about my health story because I realize it does impact people's lives, and I'd love to see people's lives change for the better. I am a health coach. I'm a Take Shape for Life client, and I'm a nurse practitioner. So my health journey really started about 2 years ago, right about now, when my kids came home from college for Christmas and wanted me to go out and go cross country skiing. And I weighed 296 pounds at that time. And I thought to myself, I can't do it. I'm going to get hurt. And so I didn't, and I set that aside. And then it was a couple weeks later when I was at my clinic and I was lecturing someone about their health, and they turned around and said, well, what about your fat behind? It struck me that as a healthcare provider, I was being really hypocritical. And as a mom, and hopefully someday a grandma, I was not going to be able to go out and be active. And so I talked to a person I knew that was a health coach, and I got started with Take Shape for Life then in February of 2014. And since then, I've lost 160 pounds in 13 months and feel amazing and probably the best of my life. And I love that. And then along the way, as you can imagine, I had patients and friends and people commenting and wanting to do what I was doing. So I started referring my patients for their weight loss to my health coach. And she said, you know what, Michelle, why don't you just coach these people? They know you, they trust you. You go ahead and coach them. And so I did. And I thought at first that I would just do it for those couple people. And it turned out that it does have a ripple effect. So those couple people told somebody else, and and as you can see, it just keeps going. And it turned into really quite the second business, but without having to put the same time in that I would at my regular business. And on top of that, I love being able to help people get healthy. And instead of adding medicine to their life to get healthy, I was seeing patients come off of their medicine and, losing that weight that had caused that high blood pressure or that diabetes, and really watching people not just drop pounds and not just gain freedom in their body, but gain financial freedom and not paying for that medicine every month, and being able to just gain freedom from being sick. And they went from leading sick lives to healthy lives. So it's been an awesome journey, and I love every piece of it. I love being a client, and I love my health coach, Brianna, and how much she's helped me. And I love being a coach for all those reasons I expressed. And I love the community of coaches and friends that I've made because of it. And it's really quite a group that reaches out and really helps and loves on each other as we take care of people and watch their lives transform. So I'm blessed to be a part of the whole thing, and would love to see more of you hop on board and be a part of our commitment to getting healthy.
Awesome, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing, because I love your perspective as a healthcare provider and seeing things from that, kind of medical viewpoint of what's available out there to people. And as we know, there's a lot of medications that do help a lot of people, but there's also a lot of health that can be created to prevent a lot of those problems and to reverse a lot of effects. So I'm very inspired by your story, and thank you for sharing that. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about our program, about what we have to offer, and you've heard these great stories. And what we get to do as health coaches with Take Shape for Life is we get to organize our life around what matters most. Once you create that healthy body, you create that healthy mind. Becoming a health coach helps create those healthy finances in your life. You can really start to shift your focus to, what do you want to create in your life? And that's a really important thing and a really great place to be, and really what we look forward to. So I love this picture, and this is so true. I want to live my life on purpose. How many times have you thought, maybe what you're currently doing or the place you're at in your life is not, you don't feel like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing? When that passion, a profession, a mission, and a job come together, that kind of sweet spot in the middle, that's where purpose is. And that's what we get to do. We love it. We work hard to be good at it. The world definitely needs it. And we get to have this as a career to help people in their lives. So just a little bit on numbers. If you're feeling this tug on your heart and you maybe, want to join us as a health coach, somebody as a health coach may be helping 5 people a month. These are some numbers. Somebody helping 5 people is called a senior coach, and they're earning roughly around, $340, $350, which is, if you walked into your boss's office today and said, all right, I want a $4,000 raise this year, how many yeses would you probably get? Well, that's, what you can do. And that's just the beginning of Take Shape for Life. Like the lady said, it is really a ripple effect, and people see your journey, see the journey of the people you're helping. And that can really ripple out into more people wanting to get started on program with you, people joining you as partners on this mission. And that's a great place to be. So where do you go from here? Well, if something did, spark in you, you heard a story that you felt inspired by, go back and talk to the person who invited you tonight, and they will really help you get started on this. They can help answer your questions, do a health assessment with you and figure out what avenue of Take Shape for Life you're looking for and what would best fit what you're looking for. So reach out to the person who invited you. They are awesome people and would be thrilled to help you on your journey. And I want to thank you all for being on the call tonight. It's an honor and a privilege to share this great program that's really changed a lot of lives. You've seen these transformations, and we are just really looking forward to partner with you and to help you get started on your journey and to be part of this great community with us. So thank you for coming on tonight. Have a great evening, and we will see you soon.